Parenting comes in all shapes and sizes and iterations. Free range parenting, helicopter parenting, hands off to hyper involved. It can swing, it feels like, from one extreme to the other. Today there is a new style, JD, it's called Velcro parenting. Have you heard of it?
No, I honestly have not heard of it.
Well, you're about to learn a lot about it.
I'm from the because I said so school of parenting, but totally different.
Yeah, well, some of us may be doing it without even realizing it.
That's true. So what does it really mean? And more importantly, could it be helping your kids? Could it be quietly holding them back? Joining us to break it all down is the author of When Life Happens, Lord knows it does, psychologist and clinical assistant professor of psychiatry at NYU, Dr. Rachel Goldman. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
So good to see you.
Be here, you too.
So this is a topic that Marcel and I love. We're both parents. We love this conversation. As we said Velcro parenting in the intro. What is Velcro parenting?
Yeah, so Velcro parenting is a new term, right? They're just labels that we like to use. But it is somebody who is deeply attached, both physically and emotionally, to their child. Like, imagine the child is right here by your side most of the time. And it, of course, could be a Velcro child or a Velcro parent, like whichever one is kind of initiating that. And that's different than helicopter parenting, which is more hovering over. So a helicopter parent may be a little more distant, but they're ready to swoop in when they need to and like save them, so to say.
And then there were snow plow parents, right? Which are the ones that sort of like plow, like get all obstacles out of your child's way kind of parent, right?
There's so many different ways.
Okay, just so that we set the table correctly. So Velcro parenting is figuratively and literally attached, whereas helicopter parenting is, that's the biggest difference, just the hovering.
Yes.
Okay.
So the Velcro parent, they're right there by your side and they're ready to help out when need to, but they may be really guiding along the way and not waiting for them to actually need the help. So they guide them like, all right, let's do this, let's do that, as opposed to giving a little bit more distance and letting them to develop that kind of autonomy.
Yeah. I tell JD this, and I tell my own children this. I have two boys who are 19 and 16. I tell them, a little strife is not going to kill you. Like, you need to experience a little bit of strife.
Yes.
Easier said than done, but...
You know what's a little I think of sometimes as strange is that I had some struggles growing up. I know you had some struggles growing up. But now as parents, we work really hard to make sure our kids don't have struggles. Even though it's those struggles that helped us become who we are.
Exactly. So it's those struggles that help us grow, right? And we all go through life, right? Like, life is going to be happening. Stress happens. And I think we can help our children be prepared for when that happens, but we don't need to be literally on top of them or attached to them along the way.
To that point, are there any benefits to Velcro parenting?
Of course, yeah. And I like to think of it as like everything's on a continuum, and like we need to find that balance. But the benefits really is that you are providing your child this knowledge and this awareness that like you are in a safe space, right? I am here if you need me, right? That safe space, that closeness. Most Velcro parents are also very in tune to their children's needs, their emotional needs, because you're so attached, you see things kind of before they happen. There's some benefit to that, but then it's like, what do I do to not jump in quite yet or take over?
Is part of this the difference between a parent meeting their child's needs versus the parent meeting their own need to feel wanted, to feel useful, to feel like a good parent?
I was waiting for you to ask that question because really it's about that, right? Like, what is the purpose that this is serving, right? Is it that your child really needs your support, or is it that you are so anxious and fearful that your child is not going to do it correctly or fail, so to say, that you need to avoid that from happening? So, and again, we have to find that balance because I think it can be both, right? Like, we're anxious parents, right? Parents have anxiety. And I'm a parent too, so I totally know. But we also want to make sure that our children know that they're supported and we're here to support them along the way.
Okay, so what happens then if a parent adopts this Velcro parenting style, and then the child grows up and is like, it's kind of weird that we're attached at the hip. Like, I'm in my third year of college. Shouldn't you not be here anymore?
Yes, and I would hope if that were to happen that the child, the adult child, will verbalize and communicate that, right? Like, I got this, you know, like kind of tell your parents, like, I got this, let me try it on my own, I'm okay, type of thing. But there is a time that I think it can really become harmful, right? And again, that's where that balance comes in, and maybe loosening the grip a little bit is a really good idea, because you want your children to be able to believe in themselves. You want them to feel confident that I can try on my own. Maybe I'm not gonna do it right, but I can try and to build that independence and that autonomy.
Right.
Where's the line then? What does healthy attachment look like when you're giving the child the support they need, but not robbing of them of that independence and that growth?
Yeah, so I like to use examples, and I think homework is a great example. So kind of a healthy attachment with homework would be, honey, why don't you start this? I'm gonna go cook dinner. So it's giving the signal that, like, I'm here if you need me, but I also trust and believe that you can start this without me. So I think that kind of finding that balance is really important. Again, it's verbalizing, I'm here if you need me, but I also know you can do this.
Right. That's a great example.
Nice.
Yeah,
I feel like we only scratched the surface. Will you come back?
I would love to come back.
Fantastic, because
Thank
by
you.
tomorrow there's going to be a new parenting style.
Oh, yeah.
And
There'll
it's
be a whole
taking
new
over
set of
my feed.
questions, right?
Exactly, an entire feed. That's right. Thank you so much, Rachel.
Thank
For
you.
more information, follow Rachel on Instagram at Dr. Rachel NYC. Also, get a copy of her book, When Life Happens. It's available for pre-order right now on Amazon.